Hi, Rachel. How are you?
I'm doing great. Hi, Sarah. How are you doing today?
I'm great. I'm so excited to have Rachel Siegel from Sam's Bead Shop here with us today. If you're not familiar with Sam's Bead Shop, they are an online retailer located in the Bay Area, which also happens to be where Softlex Company is located, and of course where I live as well. So Sam and Rachel are just a little south of us in the Oakland area. Do you live in Oakland too, Rachel?
Yeah, we're live, work in Oakland. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So they're a wonderful little business, started up maybe just a little bit before COVID or during.
Sam's been doing it like on and off for like 10 years actually. Like he would do
Mhm.
it on like school breaks and all that. But then really like summer 2020 is that's when he really focused on it. And then the company grew. We got more folks helping out. And then about a year ago, I joined on actually because of the bead box. He needed help there, and it was just like so exciting to me. So I got to join about a year ago. It's been
So
fabulous.
Rachel is Sam's sister. So I
Yep.
have been harassing Sam online this week, telling him that I'm going to get Rachel to spill all of the beans and tell
Ooh.
us all of his childhood secrets.
Yeah, you guys have to tell me what you want to know. You guys all have to ask me some questions. Then you might spark some memories.
What was Sam like? Well, Sam's such a sweet guy. He's really, really sweet. Was he always as sweet as he is now?
Oh, absolutely.
Like even as a little
He is
kid?
yeah, he's always been a good brother. I was sometimes maybe the older sister who poked and prodded a little too much, but
Uh,
we had our like bickering when we were kids, but I feel like
that's
especially as
normal.
like yeah, once like he got to high school, I got to college, like, we grew up a bit. It was like, oh, actually, let's just be friends. Like, let's have fun. Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet. And you guys grew up here in the Bay Area together.
Yeah. We grew up in Berkeley in the East Bay. So this is our home. And like, we both did not think we'd like end up back here after school. But we just love it here. So yeah.
What used to bug you the most about Sam as a kid?
Oh, he was just too perfect.
That was such a good answer.
He is my boss. I gotta be careful here. No.
That's true. And how tricky is that to be like a brother and sister working together as adults? I mean, you still have to like get on each other's nerves sometimes.
Yeah, it happens. But like, I just feel really lucky that I get to do this and that we're just figuring it out as we go along. Like, there isn't really a rule book for, starting your own business and leading a team. And so I think it's
Mhm.
just nice to have each other's back and
Yeah.
just get to like
Someone
figure
you
this
can
out
really
together.
trust has your
Yeah.
best interests at heart.
Yeah. And he just has so many, like, I feel like we both get to share so many creative ideas and projects. And like, there's not too many like boundaries, not too many rules. It's just like, well, let's try stuff out. Let's see what works. And I think that's cool.
Well, I have to say your parents did a fabulous job if you guys are willing to grow up and work together in this
Yeah.
capacity. And I certainly hope having 3 kids who sometimes argue with each other,
Yeah.
that someday they will love each other so much that they would want to work together in this way. It's
Yeah.
really something that's pretty amazing. And I hope your parents feel like they really accomplished something.
They're pretty proud. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Do your parents still live in the Bay Area?
Yeah, they're not far at all. That was part of the reason I wanted to move back to the Bay too, is families here, and that's so important.
It's
Yeah.
really important. Yeah, it's really nice. Well, it's so nice to see all of you guys jumping on here. Thank you for being here with us today. We are going to be looking at the May bead box from Sam's Bead Shop. And they do a subscription based bead box, but they always have extras too. So one of the things I was asking Rachel before we started is they do have extras of what I will be using today and what Rachel will be using as well. And you'll be able to go on the website to purchase those. They also have their June box getting ready to ship. So if you like what you see today, then it is your opportunity to jump on board for next month and grab one of the June bead boxes as well. And I think you told me there was a little bit of a deal if they were to buy it.
Yeah, if you subscribe, subscribing, you know, and getting that mystery box every month of you're going to get over $80 worth of check glass, some gemstones, some metal, some like high quality metal components, often from Tierra Cast, in this like coordinating theme every month. So the best value is to subscribe. That's $49 a month plus shipping. But we do, you know, if we're able to make extra boxes, we'll make those available. But those are a little more. Those are $65. You've had a chance to see it. So we do have, if you're liking these colors of the May box, like this is a pretty cool color palette. Like we still have some, but I think you're going to want to get in on the June box. So make sure you subscribe by Friday of this week if you want to be part of it.
Sweet. Yeah. So I have mine and I have not even unwrapped it. So we're going to unwrap it together. I'm going to make something on the fly. And then I know Rachel has a project that she is working on as well. I noticed you guys have already seen that I am doing a giveaway that is live this show. So if you want to enter #mermaid into the comment section just once, it'll only let you enter once. I will be giving away one of our mermaid making kits because we have our mermaid maker party starting tomorrow and going through Friday with 4 special designers. So it's kind of an exciting week here at Softflex. We have a lot going on, and we're just so thrilled to be able to spend time with you today, Rachel.
Oh, that's fun. Definitely make sure you join that giveaway. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. So at the very end, I will pull it up and it will automatically randomly choose somebody who will be our winner. If you already have the mermaid kit, we'll work something out. We'll get you a different kit. So don't worry about that. Just enter to win and we'll figure out the kit part at the very end of the show. Okay. I'm going to add my page in. And I'll go to this, and then you can switch your camera around, okay?
Perfect.
Rachel?
Yeah, and I gave you a sample. Oh, looks like you're on mute now, but I gave you a sample of the May box. So just a few, kind of want to give you a taste of some of the colors. People get even more in the box, but that's at least a sampling of some of the beads they get in that folks got in the May box.
Awesome. My volume will come from my computer still, even though.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So don't worry about that. Okay, so this is what these were not in the box. This is what is in the box. But Sam's Bead Shop does this really awesome thing where they custom create a trio of Softflex to match their bead box. And so the trio that they chose for this particular bead box was the champagne colored Softflex Extreme, the purple amethyst Softflex beading wire, and then the tanzanite Softflex beading wire, which is so pretty. It's like blowing my mind. What a pretty set. So I have these colors out because that's what I will be using. You can find that custom trio from Sam's Bead Shop, and I assume that's samsbeadshop.com.
Yep.
Right?
You'll find that, and I think we have some couple links in the description of this video as well.
So first thing I'm going to open are these lovely check glass table cut parts, and they are blue and crystal color. What was the theme for this box? Did you have a theme?
Yeah, the May box, we called it the Waltz of the Flowers. That's a piece of classical music some folks might recognize from the Nutcracker, which is a Christmas show. But this song, this piece from the show is actually considered like a springtime orchestral piece. And so we were just inspired by all the florals and colorfulness and sort of springtime feel of that song. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that theme. How do you guys pick your themes?
Oh my gosh. It feels like it's so different all the time. So we've been doing a lot more collabs lately. Like we designed a box with Sarah Lovecraft. We have a couple collabs with some of our favorite jewelry makers coming later this summer. So like from them, like we can follow their, what they're excited
I'm
about.
gonna
But
guess there's one coming from Nile.
there might be, some folks will have to subscribe to see.
I told you guys I'd get her to tell us all of the secrets.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, there we go.
Here's this one, Daisy Spacers, satin gold, 5mm. I always love these.
Yeah. So easy to use.
And they look like a metal, but they're not a metal. They're much more affordable. They're a little bit lighter. They're just,
you're not worrying about metal content. It's just check glass.
Yeah, they're really pretty. And then these are some tier cast ginkgo leaves, and they're charms that are 13 by 13.5mm, and there are 2 of those in there. Those are going to make beautiful earrings, or like a little up a bracelet.
Yeah, we liked the flow and kind of drapiness that those had. We thought it kind of carried the movement of our theme.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're really pretty. Okay, what's next? A check glass leaf in blue. They are a sky colored mix, 7.5 by 12mm. Can they order these individual beads, or does it come in this big set?
Yeah, what I sent you were our retail bags there of them, so that's what people can find in our shop. And I made sure to send you ones that we had higher quantities of, so people have the best chance of grabbing them.
So the mixture of these are all the same, aren't they?
Yeah, it's just that the blue, they kind of use some different colors of blue in the glass itself. So the leaves themselves will sometimes have multiple tones.
I see. They're very pretty.
Yeah.
I like those. And it's a fun shape.
Yeah.
Lots of really interesting, fun shapes to mix together. Ooh, these look pretty. Check glass Art Deco oval etched crystal in a purple color. Oh,
these reminded us of a water fountain, kind of that might be part of someone's springtime garden.
Mm-hmm. Cute. They're so pretty. And then
Sam and I get a design every month.
That's in the box, or is there more?
No, just a sample. You're just getting a sample. There's usually about 20 items in every month's box.
I see. Okay, so this is a sample of some of the things you will find in the May box.
You got it.
I see Sam's here. Sam, I'm really working hard to get the secrets.
I know he missed what I've already shared.
He's going to have to go back and watch the replay. What was Sam's favorite cartoon as a kid?
Ooh.
That's on a Saturday morning, what would he be watching?
Well, I remember in elementary school, we would watch cartoons together before school, I remember. I definitely remember Jimmy Neutron the most. I don't know which of us liked it more, but we definitely watched that most days.
Yeah. Awesome. I love it.
And Sam just commented, the Fairly, is it the Fairy Odd Parents or the Fairly Odd Parents? We did like that one too. Yeah, we were into cartoons for sure.
The Fairly Odd Parents? I don't even know that one. No.
They're these two. Yeah. It's these two fairies are the godparents of these kids. Yeah, it was very cute.
That's awesome. Okay, so what are we going to make today?
I got my camera too.
Yeah, let me move over and take a look at what you're up to, and I'll start thinking about what I'm going to make.
Perfect. All right, well, here is the whole box. So this kind of shows you a little bit more of the size. And this month's box had over $90 worth of beads. I was definitely, we stuffed a lot in here. So if you pick up a May box, you'll get, this whole goodie bag. But for today, I made myself a little palette of some of my favorite beads from the box, kind of a mix of the colors. And I've been wearing a lot more earrings lately. I just been in that mood a lot more. Before I was all about bracelets, but now I'm all about earrings. So I really just want to make some simple earrings using the beads from the box. So I actually just made this right before our live. I wanted to kind of play around. We got the, we're stocking the magic crimpers now, so I had to practice that a little bit before I tried to do it in front of everybody. But I made this side of the earring, and now I want to make the other side. So that's what I'm going to start with.
Awesome. Let's go for it, and I'll keep figuring out what I'm doing.
Cool. All right. Well, I have the Champagne Soft Flex. This is the Extreme Flex size medium that comes in our custom trio. I love that you guys even like custom label them for us. Like it always says like which month's box it is too.
Oh, that's nice. I didn't even know we did that.
Yeah, it makes it just fully, I love it. Yeah, so people can remember what it's for.
That's awesome.
All right, I'm going to string on what I did here. So we also, just like we choose some matching soft flex, we like to choose matching seed beads that folks can purchase separately. So for this one, I'm using the blue color from our 15-0 palette. And the 15-0s do fit. These are Toho 15-0s. They do fit on the medium wire. I wasn't sure if they would or not, but I'm going to string 10 of these on. This will be the hardest part, just getting them on though. Let's see. If you want to, we could show both of our workstations if you're ready.
Oh, I'm digging through a findings bag, but yes, in a minute.
Sounds
I'm getting
good.
close. I just wanted some options for a clasp to add to whatever it is I ended up putting together.
Yeah, I did. I was like, oh, we're designing on the fly, but I cheated a little bit and was like half an hour before we started.
Okay, let's see if I do this one. That would work.
But I do have a couple other earring ideas. So if I finish this one, I'll try another one that's in my head.
Awesome. Okay, and then I'm going to go up here. And I don't know, it might be better just one screen at a time here. Okay, so here we go. I'm thinking about making an asymmetrical bracelet. So I'm going to cut open some of these beautiful purple beads. I'm going to do it on a tray so they don't all go flying.
Good idea.
Every once in a while, I make a smart decision.
The floor is the ultimate bead soup. It's where all the best beads end up.
I know. There are so many beads under this table that I bead at.
Right? Oh, yeah.
It's pretty intense. Thankfully, I don't have any little kids anymore that I have to worry about eating my beads. All right. I'm loving these petals or these flower leaves. I'm definitely using those. Cool. I like the texture they can make when they are kind of all put together. Love this purple too, and this topazy color. I wasn't sure on my clasp, so I grabbed out 3 options. I have this really beautiful hammer tone hook and eye. I have that brand new cathedral toggle. And then I also have a really heavy duty single strand magnet clasp that could be really handy as well. And I picked gold since I have these sweet little pieces that I was thinking I might want to dangle from it somewhere.
Yeah, gold was definitely our accent color this month. We thought that brightness we thought was just good for this time of year.
Yeah, no, it's pretty. And gold and purple are just so regal and elegant and a lot of fun. Okay, so my wire color, if I'm mixing the blue and the purple possibly and the topazy color, it might be easiest if I go with the champagne. I have a feeling that would work out the best because it's going to give me the most neutral color to add all those different colors together.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm going to get a really nice long piece because I don't know what I'm doing yet. So Yeah, I'm going to go way overboard. That's what you do when you're not sure. You'd rather have too much than not enough. And I'm going to grab a crimp. Let's see, which one of these clasps do I feel like using? I feel like this little tiny Siegel clasp could be really pretty with this set. So I think I might go for that. So I'm going to go ahead and toggle all the way to the end there. And then I doubled the wire and I'm just going to crimp it on. And then I'll have 2 wires that I can work with in the bracelet.
Oh,
so
cool.
You leave enough space that you can move this around. It jiggles real easily. And here is your crimping demonstration, Rachel, since you're brand new to magical crimpers.
Yeah, I have about half an hour of practice, so.
Okay, so there's a little divot on each side that's identical, and that fits over the top of that crimp tube just perfectly. So you want to find that spot where it's sort of sinks down inside of that dome and then compress. And the first time you should get what looks like a 4-corner ravioli, like with 4 corners. And then we're going to turn it on its side and we're going to compress in those 4 corners. Now, this is going to be even harder to do on the extreme than the regular soft flex because the nylon coating on the extreme is a little bit smoother and silkier than the soft flex. The soft flex coating has just a little tiny bit more grit to it, but you can totally use it with the extreme. You'll just have to go around it a number of times, make sure it's really compressed down into the nylon coating. So it won't have any issues.
Oh, that's good to know.
Let's see. Shira is asking, is anyone else beading too?
That's a good question. Yeah, who's beading right alongside us?
Out there is beading with us. Oh, Renee is asking if she could see my bracelet. I made this at one of the TGBE events. And it uses some tear cast pieces. I think this is the fluorite colored soft flex. And then it has those, what are those called? Carrier beads. It has the carrier beads and then just some big check crystals and those hammer tone beads. So really easy.
I love how you did the framing around the carrier beads. That is so cool. It's like a little flower.
I know. It's kind of a fun design. I like how it turned out. It's really, really pretty colors. So thanks for pointing that out, Renee.
I think I'm actually already ready to I'm almost ready to crimp. So maybe I could.
Look at you. Let's switch to you.
It does help when I know it, when I have already chosen my beads. So, all right, I've got 1 2x2 crimp tube. Then I did 10 15-0 seed beads. One of our champagne fasted heart brios, check glass piece, and then 10 more seed beads. So now I need to turn this into earrings. So I'm gonna add that through here, and then bring it back down to make a loop. And I have to figure out how to make these. I guess I'm just gonna kind of lay them on top of each other and try to get them about the same size. I didn't cut the same length or anything to start.
Yeah, just eye it out. Nobody looks at your ears that closely that they need to be absolutely.
Yeah, they're not right next to each other. We got our head in the middle. All right, so I'm just going to adjust this until I think they're similar size. So I have a total of 3 wires going through that crimp.
What color wire did you use again?
I also went for the champagne. I thought that would look nice with the champagne brio. But I think this design could work with all the colors. All right, let's see how well we think. Are these twins? Are they sisters? Are they cousins? That looks pretty close. I think I just got to make the loop a little smaller. Make sure I pull the right one. All right, I'm going to give these a crimp. All right, copy the teacher. All right, made my ravioli. Now I'll turn it. And then I'll just keep turning it a little bit. Give it a few more presses. Okay, not too bad. I'm happy with that.
Or was it just me that went away?
Yeah, I think you cut out for a moment.
Oh, okay, good. But you stayed. Perfect.
I hope at least yeah. Well, I guess maybe we both went away for a moment. So I don't know if folks saw me crimp that, but voila, I'm done. Oh, okay, just Sarah. All right, cool. So you guys did see that.
Okay, perfect.
Cool.
Well, that worked out well because I was like, hello.
Into the void. And okay, now I need to make sure to cut the right one. So I want to cut the extra coming out the top and the extra coming out of the bottom. I guess I'll just yank on it to make sure it's totally secure. Yeah, those aren't going anywhere.
You know what I think it is? I was telling Rachel before I started, I put the kids on audiobooks for the hour. And so everybody's using the internet, which probably isn't the smartest thing when I'm streaming. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Oh, I love audiobooks though. I'm a big fan.
I know. And I was like, it's really nice because they've been doing a lot of outdoor stuff. We've had skateboard camp and swimming, and so it's nice to have like a light afternoon, where they're just listening to something and relaxing a little bit. But I might have to go back to regular books.
Yeah, maybe if you need the internet.
You have to pick a book. Sorry.
All right, I have earrings. We're only half.
Oh, they're so cute.
I love it. Yeah, and I could have done the seed beads the whole way, but I wanted to see some of that champagne soft flex. So I love that. There we go. I'm gonna wear these. I'm gonna wear these tonight, probably.
Quickly answer this question here. I think the check glass curated collection will be worth it. It is running late. However, the beads did arrive and they are being packaged as we speak. So hopefully they will start shipping out at the end of this week or the beginning of next week. And I so appreciate all of your patience. Pauline was asking, is it round? I think she's thinking of the crimp tube, possibly. And she's scared of the magical crimpers. What do you think of them?
Yeah, I mean, the first one I did, like, before when we were off camera was like just a squished mess. But the main thing I adjusted was I just didn't press so hard. Like, it seems like kind of gentle presses are better than like smushing it. Is that fair?
Yeah, you have to think of it like if you were working with a really thin metal, you wouldn't want to really put a ton of pressure on it, right? Like it would snap and break. So crimps are very thin-walled tubes of metal, and you don't want to put so much pressure on them that they snap and break. So gentle compressions are always really important. That's a very good point.
Yeah, that's so far as what I figured out. And then you're just kind of going slow and gently, and it doesn't look too bad. I mean, I don't feel like I need to put a crimp cover over it, so I'm happy.
Dale is wondering, what's the difference between regular crimpers and magical crimpers? I can show you. Let's do one of each over here. I already did one, so I can show you the other one. I'm going to flip over to my screen while you're working on that. Okay, Rachel?
Sounds good.
Okay. So I've already been working on my bracelet over here. You guys saw the magical crimp there. So it takes that tube and makes it into a round bead. regular crimping pliers are what I initially learned crimping with. They're wonderful. They work just as well. And there are cases where I still use them too. But basically, they take the 2 by 2 millimeter tube, and they just compress it and make it smaller. So you would attach to say you're attaching to a clasp. Say I want to attach to my magnet clasp here, which I'm probably going to be sad I chose because they're the hardest things to crimp to. But we're
Give
going
yourself a challenge.
I always love a challenge. And my wires side by side in here. So these crimping pliers have 2 holes. The bottom hole has a little tooth and the top hole is round. So in that bottom hole with that little tooth, I'm going to come up close so you can hopefully see. I'm going to compress, and it's going to create like a little dimple or dent in my crimp tube, or a half.
I like to think of it as like a little taco shell.
Like a half moon. Yeah, I've heard lots of different shape references for that, or a C shape. And then I'm going to come in where those 2 ends are with my rounder, and I'm going to round in. And it compresses that same tube, just like we did with the magical crimpers, into the nylon coating of the wire. But instead of getting a round bead, you get this interesting tubular shape, but also a strong hold. Mm-hmm. So that's the difference. It just looks a little different. They both hold really well. On most products, they both look fairly nice. I don't think there's anything wrong with how this looks. I have tons of jewelry made with regular crimping pliers, but I do tend to use the magical because I just like the little round bead look better most of the time. So I feel like it's handy to have both, I guess, would be my ultimate thought on it.
And it's the same crimp tubes, it's just different tools with it, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So whatever you feel like doing that day with your crimp tubes.
Yeah. Yep, same crimp tubes, Softflex crimp tubes, which are really extra thick and strong and solid tubing, are the best. And that's what I would suggest with either crimping plier. So for here, I took 1 strand and strung a leaf, the other strand and strung a leaf. Then I took both strands and strung that little hishi, check glass hishi. And this was as far as I had gotten. I was thinking about breaking it up with maybe a little bit of this purple. I think could be really pretty. I haven't
love it already. That's so pretty.
If I can get 2 strands with some of these other beads, but I'm imagining I probably can in most cases. So maybe one of those little purple fire polish, and then let's see if this big, beautiful fountain bead will work as well. Mm-hmm. Add a little purple in there. And I really love that champagne color too that you used in the earring. It's so pretty.
Yeah, this is a new shape for us. I've never really seen a faceted briolette bead in check glass, but we've got it in a few colors now. I'm very into it.
Did you bead before Sam's Bead Shop?
I did. I actually did jewelry before Sam ever did. I think I inspired him to, into the whole world of jewelry.
Isn't that funny? You know, my husband's little brother is a sports radio show guy. And he has mentioned that he chose that profession because my husband thought about doing it. He's his older brother. It's kind of funny how that ends up happening, you know, like you see someone you love interested in something, and then you're like, oh, well, I might like that.
Yeah, I did jewelry and sewing and so many crafts growing up. I even did a few like holiday craft shows. I loved it. Yeah.
What would you sell in your holiday craft show? Would you sell jewelry or what?
Yeah, we had some jewelry, but my best seller, I think I was in like middle school at the time, was these these, what I hand sewed were fairy tooth pillows. That was my item.
What?
Yeah. So I would take
Fairy
like
tooth
fleece.
pillows? Like you would
Yeah,
put your tooth on it for the tooth
exactly.
fairy? Oh,
Yes, yeah. So I like would get like all these different cool patterns of fleece and then sew them into almost like a large, kind of hand-sized tooth shape, and put like a little
oh,
pocket on it, so that, because you gotta display it for the tooth fairy, so they know
right.
where to find it.
Oh my gosh, my kids would probably gobble that up. How
Yeah,
much
I
did you
haven't
sell
made
them
one.
for? Do you remember?
Oh, I don't. I'm sure they were like very cheap. I'm sure at the time I probably thought it was a lot of money, but it was probably not much at all.
Do your parents, are they entrepreneurs? Is
They
that why
are. They
you
both.
got this sort of entrepreneurial spirit about you?
Yeah, they both run their own businesses. They both started
Oh,
in like the corporate, more 9 to 5 kind of job, and in the last, I don't know, 10 to 15 years, they both transitioned to owning their own businesses. So it's kind of a family thing now.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think when you have like a family member, like a parent that runs their own business, or an aunt or an uncle, one of those mentor style people, it helps you be able to feel like confident that you're capable of doing it too.
Yeah, you just kind of see what it looks like. It's so
Mhm,
helpful.
mhm. So someone's asking what gauge Softlex are we using? We're using the medium diameter. It is our all-purpose diameter, which fits glass, mineral, and metal beads of many different sizes and shapes. It'll also fit most pearls, not all pearls, but most pearls, lots of gemstones and things that have more abrasion to them, but also can tend to have a small hole. 019 is kind of that mix and match diameter that most people use. We also have a thinner diameter, 014. Lots of people love it because it fits everything pretty much. But it is quite a bit thinner, and therefore it's not as strong long term. So we think it's better for seed beads and pearls and very light gemstones and things with very tiny holes. But some people put everything on 014 and do very well with it. But as a manufacturer, we're always super cautious and think 019 is a little better. And then we have even a thicker diameter too, which is our 024. And that would be for like bracelets. If you're doing a single strand with larger beads, eyeglass holders, belts, watches, things that get a lot of abuse and wear and tear and need a thicker diameter of wire. Oh, I was trying to go asymmetrical, but now I'm feeling like I want to those leaves again and have
Yeah,
this center. I
you
think
might have to.
I can't get away from it. I was like, I'm going to be asymmetrical today, but I just can't
Yeah,
do it.
it's hard sometimes.
Becky says those are cute leaves. I've been looking for some green ones like that have brown tips. Oh, good to know.
Yeah,
Interesting.
if you go to Sam's Bead Shop, we got a bunch of headers at the top. There's one for check glass, and then under that it should say like check glass leaves. We have so many different shapes and colors, so you might find something you like.
Sam's chipping in with more personal information because that's my goal today. Get as much
Yes.
good personal information as possible. I'm obviously so nosy. Let's see what else. Anne says, I have some thin Softlex wire. What size crimps? You would use the same size crimp. So you would use a 2x2 millimeter crimp tube with those as well. They aren't going to work as well with the magical crimpers. Those require a little bit more wire than just 2 strands of 014 to get a good cinch down into the nylon coating. You can use them with 014, but you may have to put in some extra strands. Am I missing any other questions? Christy says, Rachel, can you tell us about your metal smithing?
Sure. Wow. You've been digging around my profile, or I don't know. But yeah, I've including metal smithing. Here, I'll switch my camera.
I'm going to go to your screen. There you
go. Yeah, I've done stuff with metal smithing. Let's see, back in college, I rented space at a metal smithing studio, and I'd go there a couple times a week. Because the art classes at college tend, at least at like the school I was at, was a bit more, I don't know, painting and drawing, but like I like to do crafts. I like to, make those kind of creations, and playing with fire is pretty fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've dabbled in that. Made all kinds of I know how to like bezel a stone, add texture to metal, solder stuff together. It's been a few years since I've done it, but I'm sure with a little practice I could do it.
Gem of information that Sam hasn't tapped into yet.
Yeah, I've played around in so many mediums. Like I've done pottery. I just, any type of craft I'm into. Doesn't matter which one.
That's awesome. I feel the same way. I like to do all sorts of different things. Yeah. Were you playing around with another earring shape? I feel like we didn't get to see it.
Yeah, and I can show everyone when I make the second one. So this is what I just came up with. So when I originally did it, I was envisioning this large bead being like at the top, and these were like little dangles. But I'm realizing I was so focused on the top, I was like, oh, it'll just like, this will just keep the loop up there. That's perfect. But I would have had to add a crimp at the bottom to like keep that bead up, because I think it's going to naturally want to go down. But I don't actually mind kind of this like long, thin loop at the top.
No, it's great.
Yeah. So these are the 6-sided tubes in white silk with this like kind of gold dusting on them from the May box, and then paired with some 8/0 seed beads that match the box. So I'll make a matching pair here.
Awesome.
So I just started, so I put the wire, just went through and then went back through. 2 seemed like the max that this hole fit. There we go. I pull that down, and now I'll add my fringe at the bottom. So how did I do this? I did 1 purple, and then 1 beige, and then I just added a crimp to the end. And I see Shira shared that she is working on her Appetite Ahoy. I should tell people about this. So Shira Dawson runs our Gem Chat Facebook group. That's our community Facebook group where folks share when they've made things with our beads, and we love seeing what everyone is up to, whether that's with the box or just the gems from the shop, whatever they've picked up. But to like help get everyone's creativity going this summer, Shira made kind of gave, I think you guys have done a similar thing before, but she made like a whole month of beading prompts. So she did it for all of May with a different piece of inspiration every day of May. And like some people, I think some people just posted like their like final photo with like almost 30 things in it. It was incredible.
Wow.
But folks can join. They can just do one day. You can do however many days you want. So we have a calendar now for June, and this month is the theme is the like summer season, spelled SEA. It's our, it's the ocean. It's that. So there's tons of prompts. It looks, Shira's talking about Appetite Ahoy, and today or yesterday might have been like Pyrite of the Caribbean. So you can make some pirate. It's there's a lot of puns in the prompts. That's what you can look out for. Yeah. So if you're looking just for some inspiration to give, if you're feeling a little, getting whatever, like the writer's block, but creative block, I would check that out in Gem Chat.
Yeah, we typically do it like every September and every March in our group. And
nice.
we call it Joyful Beading, but we started it during the pandemic because we just needed something to like brighten our day.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's just really survived, and everybody looks forward to it and has so much fun. And I know a lot of the other beading groups do things like that too. Make sure if you haven't, do some searches for beading Facebook groups.
Yeah,
Some
there's
of
so many
them
good
are
ones.
just the best place to hang out on the internet. Some of them not so much. You got to find the right one for you, but there's some really nice ones out there, and it's nice to be able to chat with people who have similar interests and are like-minded and, are interested in making and creating and enjoying. I always
And that
find it.
works perfectly with your mermaid kit that you have going on.
Oh, yeah. Well, we only have a few left, but we're doing a party with Jesse James Beads, and it has 4 designers. And it starts tomorrow, but everything will be available on replay. So even if you don't have your kit yet, you'll be able to replay and make all of the designs. Most of the designers come up with more than one thing, but the designers actually just got their beads too. So they have been trying to figure out exactly what they're making. I posted a design from Cassandra Spicer yesterday that was amazing. So it's just going to be a lot of fun. We do a party a couple times a year, and it's just really nice way to mix their beads with our wire. And we usually have 4 amazing designers helping out. I'm looking for a simple jump ring.
The simplest things can be so hard to find.
Happen to you? And like where? One simple thing. I might have to make one.
Yeah, it's always an option.
That's it. I'm just gonna have to get out the 20 gauge wire and make a jump ring, because
might be one of those days.
It's one of those days, yeah. So how often are you and Sam getting online these days? Is there a specific day and time when people can find you?
Yeah. If you're looking for creative inspiration, we have class almost every Friday. It's at the same time, 3 p.m. Pacific, 5 Central, 6 Eastern. We're not going to do on this Friday just because we are heading out of town for some family stuff. But fun. Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing lots of family. But yeah, you can check it out on our YouTube page or Facebook page at most Fridays. And then we kind of have Wednesday classes sprinkled in. So we've got this one with you. Sometimes that's when we'll do our classes with Nile using the silver silk that we designed to match the box. So that's when you can get some inspiration. And then we also go live sharing all of our new beads that we've got in the shop on Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, and Thursdays at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. But just this week, because me and Sam have to get on a plane to Boston tomorrow afternoon, we're having a special early bird live sale. It is at, just for tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern. So maybe that time will work for some people. We'll see what they think of it.
Yeah, that is early for us, but not for those on the East Coast. That's like perfect lunchtime for them, probably. Yeah. Okay, so I've got some gold, silver-plated copper Softflex craft wire. I went ahead and grabbed the 18 gauge. It's just a little thicker, and so it'll make sure that my charms don't fall off, which I really like. I'm going to snip this end so it's nice and flat to start. And then I grabbed out my multi-size looping plier. I'm thinking this 4th size might be good. I could probably go a little smaller. I'm going to try the 4th size and just see what happens. And if I don't like it, I can always make another one in the smaller size. So I'm just going to wrap this around a few times, making a little coil. And then I can come in with my cutters and snip. And I usually try to snip each one individually. It just makes for a better cut.
Yeah.
And then I can go in and find one where I've got two flat sides that are going to meet each other really well. I don't have my wire whacker here, so what I'm going to do to work harden it is I am going to take two different sides of it and just kind of move it back and forth a little bit, keeping that circle shape, but also kind of working the metal just slightly so that it gets stiff. And then I'm going to open it one more time to slide one of my dangles on and then attach. And then I'm going to make another jump ring, or use one of these other jump rings to add the second dangle. So it's kind of a little bit of a chain effect. So I'm going to look at both sides. You can see one side is flat and one side is a little bit angled. So I'm going to go in with the flat side of my cutter so that I've got two flat ends that will meet each other nicely. And then I'm going to do that same thing. This is a maker's jump ring. Like, this is probably not the traditional way people would make jump rings, but this is
whatever works.
Yeah. And maybe it will work for you too. And then I'm going to link on to this ring and then go ahead and close that down nice and tight so that those two edges really meet each other. And there we go. We've got a cute little dangle on our bracelet.
That is gorgeous. I love it so much.
This part here, I took the two wires through the crimp tube, and then I took just one wire through the toggle bar and back into the crimp tube. So there's 3 wires inside of here. And then I trimmed both sides after crimping. And that gave me that nice connection on that end. And there we go. That cute little,
so fabulous.
Not intended to be symmetrical, symmetrical all the same bracelet. That's just
fabulous,
right? Oh, thank you, Jody.
And I just finished my earrings, so now I have 2 pairs from today.
Awesome. Well, now you have something to wear on your trip.
Exactly. Yeah, I think this might even go with my dresses that I have picked out. Well, I've actually picked out. I really only need 2 dresses for the weekend, but so far I've narrowed it down to 4. And I have to decide, do I bring all 4 so that I can decide on the day of, or do I decide now and bring 2? We'll see how much space I have. That probably will be the decider.
Tricky. Or take the extra one just in case something happens, because you never know.
Right. Yeah. Maybe I'll do 3, but I love dresses, and I think most of them have a floral design on them because that's just my style. So just different colors. Yeah. So here we go. I set out to make some simple earrings, and I've got some.
Awesome. Okay, last chance to enter my giveaway by commenting with hashtag mermaid. I see Deb is here, and Deb is one of our designers. Trying to catch her comment. Deb is one of our designers for the live jewelry making mermaid party that kicks off tomorrow.
It's going to be so good.
Be on Thursday or Friday. I don't remember which day. But we also have Cassandra Spicer, Wendy Whitman, and Trisha as well, Pink Poodle. So it's going to be a ton of fun. We're going to have the best time, and I hope you guys will join us. If you haven't picked up a kit, you can still pick one up. But maybe you'll win one right now. Let me share my screen, and we will do...
Let's find out who's going to win today. All right. I hope you're feeling lucky, everybody.
I have 89 entries. I'm going to give you one more minute to finish.
Oh, thank you all for hanging out with us. I don't see how many people are here from my view as the guest. I'm not used to that. So but we got a lot of friends here hanging out.
We have a ton of friends here. It's been really great. Thank you guys for being here. Whether you're here live or you watch this on replay, we appreciate you. And you can, of course, find more about the bead boxes at samsbeadbox.com. Like we said at the beginning, if you missed it, this was the May box, which is still available. You can also get on board with the subscription with the June box, which is about to ship out soon. We're so close to 100 entries. Only
close.
3.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe by this Friday so that you can get the June box at the best price. And you're gonna get it alongside everyone else and open up your mystery box of beads.
That's so fun. And then, of course, Softlex has a monthly kit as well that you can check out on our website. And it has lots of fun and interesting themes that sometimes actually work really well with what Sam's doing, even though we do not talk about it at all. It's kind of funny.
We both did a Wonderland theme this year.
I know.
Totally different colors, totally different look. But like we definitely share. I mean, we're both inspired by what people are talking about in the world. So I love seeing where there's overlap.
I know, I do too. And it's fun when things can work together, because if you're buying beads from us and then you're buying beads from Sam, your bead box overflows with things that can intermix, and that's a lot of fun too. Okay, so I'm going to draw.
We're over 100.
I know. I'm drawing a winner now. Get ready, get set. Here I go.
I love how they do it. It like slows down. It's like, is it you? Is it you? Dun,
I know. Sometimes it'll be almost Softlex company, and I'm like, no, not us. We did pick ourselves once, and I was like, hopefully you can draw again. Congratulations, Brigitte. Or is it Bridget? It could be either way. But either way, we are so happy you are our winner. Please let us know that you are still here.
She is. She's here.
Yay!
Awesome. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Please email info@softluxcompany.com to claim your prize. And I will tell you, our mermaid kit is only half of the kit being used for the party. We have the supply kit. So if that doesn't work for you, let us know. We'll get you one of our monthly kits instead, which has everything you need for the beading project. But if you want in on the mermaid, we can totally send that to you as well. And then you get the second half from our friends over at Jesse James Beads. Okay. Let me stop sharing my screen. There she is, ladies and gentlemen. She spilled all of her secrets about Sam.
Yes, you know all the tea now.
I hope you guys have the best trip.
Thank you.
A lot of fun. Boston's such a great place to visit. So
yeah, we might have like half a day for sightseeing or something. We're going to try to see a little bit. It'll be a lot of hanging with family, but I'm very excited, and this has been so lovely. And you get to do this again with Sam next month.
I know. We're trading places. Sam's coming back in just a month, and
going to show off the June box.
We're excited to see him for that too. Yeah, I actually have the June box here, but I'm not going to give it to you.
Don't say anything,
because I'm not a good secret keeper. But they didn't know that, and they sent it to me. But I'm going to keep it secret. I'm not
a little dangerous.
Know it. But it is here, and Sam will be back with me next month to hang out as well. And then also we have some fun things coming up. We have an ornament making party coming up in July that I think Sam might be a part of, possibly. Ooh. And I think he said yes. Hopefully he said yes. We also have some others that'll be there, like Jill Wiseman and Danielle Wicks, and it's a group of people. And then Customer Appreciation Week is also coming up in September, and you'll see the kits going on sale in not too long. And that is always really special because it's 10 to 12 companies all doing classes from kits. It's a lot of fun. And it's just like a week for us to celebrate how wonderful all of our customers are, whether they're Sam's Bead Shop buying our wire and reselling it to you, or all of you out there that are using the end product as well. So we love that week.
Yeah, it was just full of so much inspiration, and we loved being a part of it. So I'm glad we get to do it again this year.
Anything else you want to add before we go, Rachel?
Well, Barbara, I saw, just gave the perfect reminder, which is we will see you next tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern for our live sale. And then just I hope you'll join the Sam's Beadbox fam and start subscribing. Thank you all for hanging out.
There's some really, as you can see here, there are some really beautiful beads in these boxes, and you're going to get a lot of inspiration. So even if you're a seasoned jewelry designer, we all need inspiration, and sometimes having someone else choose those beads for you in a palette that you may not normally use, or a bead shape that has been not on your list, can be really helpful for getting your brain working and activated and thinking of new creative ideas.
Yeah, that's our goal. You got it. We give you the palette just to it helps simplify it. Take some decisions off your plate, and then you can just make with the palette.
Yeah, and you may be like, I never thought blue and purple would look this good together, but heck, look at that. It looks really good. All right. So thanks everybody for being here. We so appreciate all of you. I hope you're having the best week. I will be back tomorrow evening, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern for the Mermaid Maker jewelry party. And we'll have 2 designers tomorrow night, 2 designers Friday night. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. You can get your kit for that at softluxcompany.com, and then run on over to Jesse James Beads to get the beads for the kit as well. And I will see you tomorrow.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.